Happy Saturday! It's November the 14th. Welcome to AMHQ Weekend. I'm Kate Parker.
I'm Kelly Cass in for Reynolds Wolf this morning. Dr. Postel, he'll be joining us in the next hour. So if you're looking to get a jump start on your holiday shopping, this is the perfect weekend to take advantage of the weather because we've got some pretty big changes coming for millions of folks this week.
Is it holiday shopping time?
I see the Christmas trees are everywhere.
I've got to get on that. Okay. High pressure.
Giving us the nice weather all across the south. I mean, it's been so many weekends in a row we've had rain, so it's nice to see the sunshine for Charlotte, Atlanta, Nashville.
And unseasonably warm in the upper Midwest and the northern plains as well. And it's because of that flow. It is not going to feel like fall, or at least not November.
Yeah, our snapshot does have the warmer readings up around Minneapolis. 56, that is warm for Minneapolis this time of the year. Dallas, you're in the mid-60s, a bit more cloud cover in Texas where there could even be a few rain showers, but otherwise looking good along the I-95 corridor.
Yeah, let's wake you up there. Good forecast and what exactly we've got brewing. Look at this. Talking about Boston, 45 degrees with mix and sun clouds today. But here's what you're really going to feel is that wind chill. Look at these winds through the afternoon. They'll be up around 24 miles an hour. And this is our sustained winds. So you can tell that all afternoon it's going to be breezy. Skirt alert for the ladies if you're planning on heading out. Although I don't think you'll want to be wearing a skirt in temperatures this chilly. Later on this evening, the winds start to die down, but the temperatures also drop off as well. So it is going to be a cold one for you. It is because of this high pressure that we have these pretty gusty winds. There's that low that's sitting in Canada, and that's what's bringing those winds, kind of creating a wind tunnel effect. You know, you've got that pressure gradient there between these two areas, so that's going to make it a little chillier, and it's also why we have some snowflakes coming down. Yes, on the riding end, those northwest winds. You'll notice all over upstate New York, western New York, you've got plenty of that. A couple of little snowflakes also falling across Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, getting in on the action this morning. Look how this plays out through the day. You'll notice that this kind of continues off the lakes, right? We get that moisture because of those northwest winds and those warmer water temperatures, but it clears out this afternoon. The highs today, Philly 50, DC 52, Boston 45. So like a cool, crisp fall day. You know, not quite cold, but also not quite warm for you in the Northeast. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer even. New York, 58 degrees. D.C. up 10 degrees to 62. And Pittsburgh, 59. What a spectacular weekend. I mean, I think everybody deserves it, right?
Flooding, believe it or not, across this area, especially here in Washington State. We've got flood watches in effect from Everett to Port Angeles along the Olympic Peninsula down towards Olympia. That means it's not going to take a whole lot to flood these areas, and you can see what we're dealing with. A lot of heavy rain coming in right off the Pacific Ocean. You can see the darker greens and especially the yellows and oranges. That indicates some of the heavier rain. Then you head for the higher elevations, and you've got that mix of rain and snow. And Seattle, you're basically just looking at a wet time for you, especially over the next couple of days. A little bit of snow coming down in the Cascades as well. So here's a look at the big picture, what's driving this rain. And it's basically that onshore flow. You can see the water vapor imagery showing the pinks in here, the purples, indicating all that moisture in the atmosphere. So it's basically like we've got a hose pointed right at the Pacific Northwest. And it's not just rain, it's wind too. We've got a pretty powerful storm system out here that's going to be moving onshore. And with that, we'll have those strong winds along the coastline and some of that rain diving southward into California, which is actually a good thing. We need the rain because of the drought situation, but be careful traveling. We've got the rain for you along the 5, the PCH as well. You head for those higher elevations. That's where we're going to be picking up some of that wintry mix or snow across the extreme higher elevations. And then for tomorrow, you've got that snow kind of angling down into the Sierra. We could be dealing with quite a bit of snow. Tahoe, once again, Reno, you've already had your snow this season for snow. We've got more on the way, and the system really just kind of expands as we go through the next couple of days. Kate?
Kelly, I think in a few spots, not even snow chains going to help. Let's talk about Mount Rainier and what exactly we're expecting. Look at this. See how I'm buried in this snow? Yeah, over the next 6 days, the forecast is for 8 feet 4 inches or 100 inches of snow, which is just incredible, right? But, you know, Mount Rainier, it averages over 600 inches of snow a year. But to get a sixth of that in a single week, that's quite a bit. Let's take a look at what that exactly, you know, is setting up like and how that works out. Look at this. Here's Mount Rainier, obviously very high elevation, but on top of that, we've got the jet pulling down. That's going to bring some cold air a little bit in the upper levels. That's going to help those water droplets become those nice, beautiful little crystals of snow. Those snowflakes come down thanks to the mid-level winds going right up over. See how we get that upslope? That's going to help to squeeze out some of that moisture, and it also is going to help precipitate that. So the thing is with this is that you also have this moist flow coming in the mid-levels. So that's where the moisture is going to come from with this as well. So definitely relentless snow. What does that look like? Well, it looks like several days of snowfall, adding up to 100 as we just saw. But look at this. Today, you could see up to 2 feet. Tomorrow, a little less. Tomorrow's like the light day, right? 9 inches possible. But look at Monday and Tuesday with this next system as it comes in. We're looking at 33 inches in the forecast for Monday. Tuesday, 34 inches in the forecast. Wednesday, only half a foot, which like sounds so small by comparison, but that's still half a foot of snow in the forecast, which is pretty incredible.
How about that? Well, time now for a look at this morning's weather headlines. And in North Carolina, we had some pretty strong crosswinds forcing us